Got Springer Professional Home Services in the studio, Eric Wolvers and Tony Vandekroll. You guys have some helpful information for people looking to knock out walls or replace holes? Or?
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of people that are calling in on sheetrock repairs of a doorknob that went through the wall, that want to figure out how to do that, how to repair it themselves, that don't want to call somebody. So I've got Tony, one of our expert handyman, with us to kind of demonstrate that quickly to people on sheetrock repair.
Great. All right.
What we've got here is, like he said, a very typical situation where we come across a typical hole in the wall. What you want to do is take a knife or a saw and cut it square, and all you do is pull that out, trace it on the same thickness drywall that you would have. And if you have no backing here, what you can do is take a piece of wood, cut it a little bit larger than what it is, slide it in there, and then screw it to the wood, and then that'll give you a backer so that you can put the drywall back in. And then they have a fiber tape that's real typical. That's a self-adhesive, so basically you cut to size and peel and put it on there. And then there's a powder mix, drywall mix that you can put on there, as typical as what we've got here. They also have a vinyl spackle for smaller patches. You can use typical knives, come in different sizes for whatever application you would need. And then the next is you sand it. You can do a wet sand, which eliminates a lot of dust.
Okay.
And then there's different grits of sandpaper, different contours of sandpapers if you're into a corner or anything you might have. And then also for the texture, you can get an orange peel, which is standard texture on walls today, or if you're doing a ceiling repair, you can do an acoustic texture or a knockdown texture as well. So
it's just a different straw, a different type, so it comes out a different thickness on the wall. So it's just really kind of do a test or a trial run to find out what it is on your wall. Use that texture so it matches in good. So
what kind of thickness in the paste do you want before you put it on?
You can basically mix it to almost a toothpaste consistency, or if also you can do like a whipped cream, something that's you're just spreading on. Basically, something that's not going to clump up and make it harder for you to sand later on.
Okay, and how many coatings do you anticipate?
Depending on the size of it, the first coat you'll want to make sure and cover the tape and embed that. Get enough on there so that when you go to sand, you're not digging into the tape behind it. So,
okay.
And then also it's about 2 or 3 coats after that would really blend it in so that you can hardly see the patch.
Excellent.
And then you'll want to make sure and prime that as well for paint.
How long should I give it to dry between coats?
That's the thing with this powder mix. It comes in different stages. You can get it in 5-minute, 45-minute, and 90-minute. And what that is it doesn't mean that you can sand it in 5 minutes. It's just it skims up so that you can recoat it. So basically you'll want to patch it. You can do a wet sanding between coats to get the patch completed in 1 day, and then give it a day to cure up before you texture it.
Okay. And how long do you anticipate the project taking if I was to do it myself?
Depending on what you've got, typically a day you could do it all, allowing drying time, sanding time, and everything to cure up.
Exactly. That's the big thing. Is this is a 5-minute, but it does take quite a while to dry out. So if you're going to do a 2 to a 3 coat, just because do-it-yourselfers, it's very tough. I'll say it from my own personal experience.
I can
getting
agree.
it right.
I'm
so for a little bit of complications and not having it quite right, you don't want to see it in the wall. So to get it sanded and get it to where it fixed right, it could take a little while. So it depends on what actual stage you've got for an actual sheetrock mud as well. So if you're doing a little do-it-yourself around the house, I recommend a 5 or a 10. Other ones, if you're doing a new construction house, a full house, you're going to do like a 45-minute because they don't need it as fast. They're doing all kinds of walls.
All right, terrific, guys. You've been just tremendously helpful. I appreciate it. Well, thanks for coming in. If you have any questions, you can call Springer Professional Home Services. Their number 800-793-1833, right there on your screen. You guys, it was great. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.